Then we opened up a pawn shop, so it's what I've always done. I enjoy doing it, so there's just a lot of things going on there. Rick Harrison, the legendary face behind Pawn Stars, has built his empire on rare treasures and shocking deals. But nothing could prepare him for the heartbreaking reality he now faces at 59. The reality TV mogul has confirmed a truth that fans never saw coming. His son's life sentence is real. The news has sent shockwaves through the Pawn Stars community, leaving many wondering what happened, how things spiraled so drastically, and what this means for the Harrison family's future. Join us as we uncover the tragic story behind this stunning revelation. Pawn Stars, at the heart of it all, was Richard "Old Man" Harrison, a 77-year-old veteran and businessman who co-founded the famous pawn shop in Las Vegas. With decades of experience and a no-nonsense attitude, he quickly became a fan favorite and the undisputed authority in the shop. But when he passed away in 2018, everything changed, both for the family and the business. His son, Rick Harrison, was the mastermind behind turning the pawn shop into a television sensation. Then we opened up a pawn shop, so it's what I've always done. I enjoy doing it, Rick once said. From the very beginning, Rick understood that pawning wasn't just about buying and selling. It was about the stories behind the items. These I've had over the years, but I've never had two perfect ones, he once said, emphasizing that everyone loves a story. Whether it was an antique worth millions or a rare collectible, the value often lay in its history, not just its price tag. Rick built the gold and silver pawn shop from scratch, starting with just a basic understanding of gold and silver. In the early days, making a profit was tough. Many times he loaned out more money than he made, but he didn't give up. Over time, he honed his skills, expanded his knowledge, and earned a reputation as a trusted expert in the pawn industry. Then, in 2009, everything changed. The History Channel launched Pawn Stars, a reality show that gave viewers a front-row seat to the fascinating world of pawnbroking. The show followed Rick, his father, his son Corey "Big Hoss" Harrison, and Corey's friend Austin "Chum" Lee Russell as they dealt with customers bringing in all sorts of weird and wonderful items. Some days, people walked in with rare comic books. Other days, they came in claiming to have ancient Egyptian artifacts. Every day was unpredictable, which made the job exciting and the show addictive to watch. But Pawn Stars wasn't just about the items, it was about the people. Fans loved the witty back and forth between Rick and his father, while Chum Lee's goofy, sometimes clueless personality added humor to the mix. As the show's popularity skyrocketed, the pawn shop became more than just a business. It became a landmark. However, behind the scenes, not everything was smooth sailing. As Pawn Stars gained fame, family tensions boiled over into a nasty legal battle. According to USA Today, Rick's mother, Joan Harrison, filed a lawsuit against him over disputes involving family assets and ownership of the gold and silver pawn shop. What started as a family-run business turned into a battleground for control and inheritance. Joanne's legal team filed a civil lawsuit in Nevada State Court, targeting Rick and several entities connected to the shop, including Harrison Properties, Joe Rick Properties, and others. At the heart of the case was a breach of contract claim stemming from Joanne's long marriage to Richard Harrison, which lasted 58 years. The lawsuit alleged that in the early 2000s, when Joanne was hospitalized and had just emerged from AA, Rick had her sign over her 51% ownership of the pawn shop to him. Later, when Joanne realized what had happened, she pushed back, arguing she wasn't in the right state of mind to make that decision. The legal battle escalated further after Richard's passing in 2018. Joanne was supposed to inherit his remaining 49% stake in the pawn shop, but she claimed Rick had not provided her with a full account of the business's financial records. She alleged she had been unable to get proper documentation for over $500,000 in cash and silver that Richard had amassed before his death. As the lawsuit moved forward, Rick's financial empire faced serious risks. The lawsuit demanded unspecified damages, a complete financial accounting of assets, and a court order preventing Rick from using any funds belonging to Joanne. Additionally, Joanne requested that a constructive trust be placed over property that rightfully belonged to her. Responding to the allegations, Rick spoke to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, firmly denying the claims, suggesting that his 81-year-old mother was being influenced by others with their own agendas. However, the legal trouble was just one of many issues hitting the family business. According to the Daily Mail, the gold and silver pawn shop, which usually generated over $1 million annually, suffered a major financial blow in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, bringing in just $37,000. Despite this setback, Joan continued her legal fight and filed a restraining order against Rick, aiming to prevent him from selling off family assets. She also claimed that Rick had stopped sending her the $225,000 annual payments she was owed from Richard's share of the business. It seemed Rick was struggling with depression. One of the biggest signs of depression is constant anger, and then there was the hair loss. Someone even joked that he might have been going through menopause for a decade. Frustrated by the cut in financial support, Joan took legal action to reinstate payments and prevent Rick from hiding assets. Reports stated Joan, 81, suffered from serious health issues requiring around-the-clock care costing up to $115,000 per month. What really blindsided Rick, however, was learning about the restraining order not from her or her lawyers, but through the news. Shocked, he tried reaching out to her multiple times, hoping to resolve things, but she wouldn't respond. As if family drama wasn't enough, Pawn Stars faced scandals involving its cast members. Austin Chum Lee Russell, one of the show's most popular figures, found himself in serious legal trouble. Back in 2012, TMZ reported he was caught on camera in a street fight in Hollywood, claiming later that he acted in self-defense after being threatened. But things got much darker in 2016 when he was arrested and charged with multiple felonies after police raided his Las Vegas home. Officers reportedly found meth, marijuana, and firearms during an assault investigation. Though the sexual assault charge was dropped, Chum Lee pleaded guilty to unlawful possession of a firearm and attempted drug possession. He avoided jail time but faced public embarrassment and a tarnished reputation. Corey Big Hoss Harrison also faced his share of scandals. He once made headlines for urinating in public and throwing a bar stool at a Jefferson City bar during a drunken episode. Later, he was sued for allegedly wrecking a rented RV worth $30,000 in damages. Despite legal troubles and health challenges, including a gastric bypass surgery to combat obesity, Corey continued to face stress from fame and running the pawn business. Even the experts on Pawn Stars were not immune to controversy. Toy expert Johnny Jimenez Jr. was caught on camera allegedly assaulting his girlfriend outside a Las Vegas restaurant. Autograph expert John Resnikoff misidentified Al Pacino's signature, mistaking it for producer Al Ruddy's. And the biggest scandal came in 2015 when sports memorabilia expert Drew Max was accused of authenticating fake items, leading to lawsuits and questions about the show's credibility. Over time, Pawn Stars began losing its authenticity. Reports surfaced that many sellers and items were pre-selected, and cast arguments were scripted. What was once an educational, history-rich series became more of a reality soap opera. Rick's failed business venture, Pawn Plaza, further hurt the brand. Despite all the controversies, Pawn Stars remains one of the most influential reality shows in history. It introduced millions to the world of antiques, collectibles, and history through humor, negotiation, and storytelling. It showed the power of entrepreneurship, the struggles of family dynamics, and the allure of hidden treasures. Though its future may be uncertain, its legacy continues to shine as a symbol of resilience and American grit. What do you think about Rick Harrison's confirmation of his son's life sentence? Share your thoughts with us in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe.